Guys, back here from a Pat here. Well, it's Sunday and it's time for Sunday dinner. And nothing says Jamaican Sunday dinner better than Jamaican rice and peas. So today I'm going to show you everything that you need to know to make the best Jamaican, authentic Jamaican rice and peas using fresh pigeon peas or gungo peas picked straight from my garden. So let's get started, guys. Let's get started. Jamaican rice and peas. All right, so let's go over everything I have here. I have about a half of a small onion chopped, coarsely chopped. I have 2 cloves of garlic that I mashed and then I diced up really small. I have a cup of my gungo peas that I picked from my garden. These are the ones that I had frozen. These are the fresh green gungo that I froze, and as you can see, when they defrosted, they look beautiful. They look just like I picked up straight off the tree. Um, I also gonna use some coconut milk, some salt, some black pepper, some badia complete seasoning, and some onion powder. All right, guys, so let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna do, we also gonna need like a tablespoon of either canola oil or coconut oil, preferably coconut oil. So I'm gonna heat up my oil, then I'm gonna saute my onions and garlic. You hear that nice sizzle? So when you're making pigeon peas and rice or gungo peas and rice from the can, you don't have to do this step that I'm doing here. The reason what I'm gonna do in today is I'm gonna lightly cook the peas first, because when you buy the canned gungo peas and rice, it's already cooked. The peas are already cooked. But in this case, these are fresh peas picked from the garden. If I was cooking dried gungo peas from the garden, I would have to soak them overnight or cook them a lot longer. But these are the fresh peas and they are still soft. They're pretty soft. Look at that. They're pretty soft. If it was a dried bean, it would be very hard. And I would have to soak it overnight and then cook it for quite a bit. These are the fresh beans, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in here with some light seasoning and let them start cooking down. So throw them in there with the onions and the garlic. I'm gonna be making some chicken and some rice and peas today, and this is just the first step. I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt in there. I'm gonna season it up more when I actually add the rice and the coconut milk, but I want these beans to start cooking, because the very worst thing that can happen is that you cook your nice rice and peas, and then when you taste it, the peas are still hard. You want to make sure the peas are nice and soft. So before you add your rice, since you know your rice is going to cook really quickly, like in 15 minutes, you want to make sure that your peas are nice and soft. Right? So I lightly season my pot with all the powdered seasonings. I have my stove on medium high. You can hear that sizzle. Man, it smells so good. So I'm just sauteing the onions and the garlic with the peas for like maybe 2 minutes till the onions start to get a little bit translucent. Then I'm gonna throw in my coconut milk. So I'm using 1 cup of fresh gungo peas and I'm adding 1 cup of coconut milk. And then what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna let these peas cook down with the coconut milk for about, I'm gonna give it 20 minutes and then check the softness of the peas. I wanna make sure my peas are fully cooked and the coconut milk is cooked down some more before I add my rice. So that's 1 cup coconut milk, 1 cup fresh green gungo peas. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop my scotch bonnet in at this time. You can use green or yellow. The green one is great for flavor, as is the yellow. Yellow has more heat. However, I'm not gonna break it. I'm just gonna drop it in so that it can get the flavor without the heat. So I will put this on medium low just so we can gently cook, because you don't want the coconut milk or the peas to burn. So I'm gonna turn it down to like a medium to the low side so that it can just gently bubble until the peas are fully cooked. So I almost forgot that the most important thing is your thyme. Well, thyme and a couple pimento seeds. So with the thyme, normally, traditionally you use the German thyme, which you know is a fine leaf thyme. I don't have that, but I do have the Jamaican broadleaf thyme, which to me is just as delicious. But I'm gonna dice it up really small. I don't use it whole like this. I'm gonna dice it up real small, and I'm also gonna throw in a couple allspice berries. Need your pimento seeds. So that one leaf gave us quite a bit of thyme. Let's get it in the pot. Wow, guys, look at it. It's already bubbling away. Can smell like coconut oil, and that coconut milk smells so good. Pimento seeds also give it a really great flavor, but I hate, nothing is worse than biting on pimento berries, so I'm only using 5, and I'll probably fish them out towards the end. So now we're just going to cover up the pot and let it simmer until the peas are fully cooked. The peas will also continue cooking with the rice. The rice is only going to take like maybe 15 minutes to cook, so I want to make sure the peas are very tender before I add my rice. As I said, I want the peas perfect and my rice perfect. And right now it smells just amazing. All right, so it's been 30 minutes and let's check on the peas. Let's check to see the peas are cooked. Perfectly cooked. And as you can see, all the liquid is gone. The coconut milk is completely rendered. All the liquid is gone. Probably less than quarter cup of liquid there. So I'm using long grain jasmine rice, and it's 1.5 cups water to 1 cup rice. I'm cooking 2 cups of rice, so I'm gonna add 2 cups of rice that's completely washed and 3 cups of water. Let's do that. Okay, and here's the rice that is washed. That's 2 cups of rice, and stirring it in. You can take out the pepper at this point so it doesn't burst, but I'm gonna leave mine in just to let it infuse with the flavor. All right, so now I'm gonna add my water and I'm gonna turn it on high so it can boil up. Because there was a little bit of coconut milk left, instead of doing the full 3 cups, I'm doing like 2 2/3 cup of water. You can always add a little hot water towards the end if you need more, but I think this is gonna be just good. So now stir it in. I'm gonna taste the water to make sure it has flavor. So at this point now, we're gonna add our salt. I'm gonna add more seasoning. Gonna add a little bit of salt. Add some more black pepper. Add some more complete seasoning. And a little bit of onion powder. And give it another stir and then taste the water. I like my rice and peas very flavorful. So if the liquid tastes good before you cook it, you know the rice is gonna taste good. So let's taste the liquid. Now it's perfect, absolutely perfect. You can taste the delicious flavor, and that's just a preview of how good this rice and peas is gonna taste. All right, so at this point, you're gonna cover it up, and then once the water boils up, you're gonna turn it on low and leave it on low for 15 minutes. All right, guys, our rice and peas is ready. I just pulled out the Scotch bonnet pepper and the pimento seeds were on top. And then you just give it a good stir. It took about 10-15 minutes to fully cook. What you can do also is turn it off after like 12 minutes and just let the heat finish cooking it. So this is how you want your rice and peas to look. Nice and shelly. And the peas fully cooked. So I'm gonna go give it a taste. All right, so I'm gonna give this a quick taste. Guys, absolute perfection. Just waiting for my curry chicken to finish cooking and I'm gonna enjoy this dinner. So guys, if you enjoyed this video and you tried this recipe, please drop a note below so I can know how you enjoy this Jamaican rice and peas. Follow my channel to learn more about growing your own food, not just growing it, but also cooking and eating it. So till next time, bye now.